Hello Sundogs fans, welcome into another edition of Sundogs TV presented by the Arizona Lottery. For Shane Farrell and myself, Scott Sutter, I want to thank all you guys for joining us here today. To start off the show, I want to talk about possibly the biggest news of the season. The Sundogs have made the playoffs, Shane.
Yeah, and that's big. You know, third playoff berth in 5 seasons for the Arizona Sundogs, for head coach and general manager Marco Pietranero, and more importantly, the first since the championship season in 2007-08. So to be able to get back to the playoffs, that was the team's goal since day one. Marco guaranteed it during a press conference this summer. They've got the job done. Certainly not the position they probably wanted to head into the playoffs, probably looking for a higher seed, but again, to qualify for the playoffs, where the Central Hockey League is a much deeper league this year with the addition of the IHL teams, so to qualify is a win in itself, and now, you know, the bigger goal is advancing in the playoffs towards that goal.
Now one of the biggest pushes that helped the Sundogs make it into the playoffs was their last road trip of the regular season. Before that 5-game road trip, the Sundogs went on a 12-game winless streak, 0-7-5 on the road. Then the 5-game road trip, all in Texas, 4-1-0, a big push for the Dogs.
Yeah, exactly, and you know that 0-7-5 record in 12 games heading into that final road trip, that was tough for a number of reasons, most of which is that the Sundogs were in a lot of those games. A lot of them were 1-goal losses, losing in overtime, shootouts, so those are tough losses to swallow, but they turned it around. That final road trip of the season, going 4-1-0, was huge because those wins came against conference opponents in Laredo, Rio, and Odessa, so that helped the Sundogs to create some separation between those bottom 2 teams, Laredo and Rio. Huge road trip to finish the season.
Now also on that road trip, a little special thing for Levente Soup, the starting netminder, has now tied the Sundogs' career wins on his season with 18. His a little bit more special than Gronestej's and Iman's.
Yeah, he's tied Doug Gronestej, Marco Iman for most wins in a season, but all of Levente's are with the Arizona Sundogs. Marco Iman, Doug Gronestej, they had reached the 18-win plateau, splitting those seasons with the Colorado Eagles and Iman and Missouri Mavericks and Doug. So to get 18 wins in a season and own that record is special. Levente's also moved into the franchise record for most appearances in a season at 41 heading into this final weekend of games. So obviously a very good goaltender, someone that Marco brought in, and the team's glad that he's here.
Now something we've talked about in previous shows, the roster trying to get set up for the playoff run has been a little bit more tweaking here at the end of the season. 2 of the main tweaks have been adding Matt Frick and Brett Blatchford, 2 defensemen, one a very savvy veteran and one a rookie, and they're both playing very well right now.
Absolutely, and you can see that looking at their stats. They've both contributed already in points. Blatchford almost a point a game, 5 points in 7 games, and Matt Frick pitching in 3 goals already. So to add some veteran leadership and also a young rookie defenseman, you know, that only has a ton of upside, Marco's definitely strengthened the D-core heading into the playoffs, which is exactly what you want to do.
Now heading down into the playoffs, a couple of teams that the Sundogs can still face. The seeding in the Bear Conference not completely set. Right now looking like Bossier, Shreveport, Texas, or Tulsa can be one of the teams that the Sundogs will see in the first round. What are your thoughts on those teams?
Well, obviously all very good teams. They're at the top of the conference for a reason. They've put together good seasons so far. You know, but I don't think there's any one team that the Sundogs would rather face. When you get to the playoffs, you've accomplished your goal, and no matter who you face, you want to advance into the playoffs. So the Sundogs will prepare to play any of those teams. They're all very good teams, but one thing that you need to remember is on any given night, any one team can win.
Exactly.
So the Sundogs can beat Bossier, they can beat Tulsa, they can beat Texas. Those are all very good teams, and the Sundogs are going to have their work cut out for them. But wins are there to be had, and the Sundogs are going to go into the playoffs looking for those wins. So,
well, like we've said in previous shows, I hope you're able to write some press releases for some playoff wins. I'm hoping that I could get some game-winning calls here in the playoffs. But right now we're going to take a break and come back with more Sundogs TV right after this.